Hello dear student, this is Devang Shah from LG Institute of Engineering and Technology. We have been learning the subject basic electrical engineering. So in our previous session we have discussed about series RLC AC circuit where we observe the behavior of resistance, inductor and capacitor once they are connected in series and under the excitation of AC signal. Now today we have to observe one more parameter which we define as a frequency. Now you can see here as a part of our AC circuits, if we again continue with the series RLC circuit where my condition we define as a resonance condition. Now this resonance condition has a relation with the applied frequency to this AC circuit. Now, why we learn about the effect of frequency for series RLC circuit, where I can say if you apply the DC signal where there is no importance of frequency because for a DC frequency is 0, but there is a specific importance of frequency when you apply a AC signal. So you apply AC signal as V is equal to Vm sin omega t, where omega is defined as a 2 pi f, which is a 2 pi multiplied by the input frequency. So in India we apply a frequency of 50 hertz, but if you talk about the US, some western country, where we apply the frequency is 60 hertz. So what happen if you have a resistance, inductor and capacitor all are in a series and you apply the voltage Vt is equal to Vm sin omega t, where the frequency is 50 hertz, right? So with respect to this frequency I have to check what would be the voltage drop across resistance, inductor, capacitor individually, and some more circuit parameter with respect to frequency. If I am going to change the frequency, let's say from 0 up to certain megahertz or certain gigahertz, what would be the effect on a operation of this circuit? What would be the effect of efficiency of this particular circuit? How the resistance, inductor, capacitor, the voltage drop across all these three parameters, the circuit parameters like flowing current in the circuit, then uh, offered impedance in the circuit, then power factor of the circuit, all these parameters, how they are going to related with the changes with the frequency, or how they are going to related with the various frequency spectrum or the range of frequencies, how all these parameters are going to be behave, that is we are going to learn. So our topic is we define as a resonance in RLC series circuit. So here we are going to check about the resonance condition of this RLC series circuit, where you can see here where resonance you always get where XL is equal to XC, which is called our case number 3 for series RLC circuit. So here you can see from uh, the voltage drop across inductor and capacitor if both are same, that means the vector magnitude of VL and VC are same. So my effective phasor diagram you can see only VR, right? So that part we have already discussed in our previous session, where XL is equal to XC, that means XL minus XC is equal to 0. So the impedance Z, that is equal to R, which is called a purely resistive circuit. Even there is a presence of inductor and capacitor in RLC series circuit. So you can see from this you can find the resultant value of voltage V is nothing but VR. But now what changes you will find with the respect to frequency? So for this, where there is a condition of XL is equal to XC, that time whatever frequency you are applying, that frequency I define as a resonance frequency. So I consider the case number 3 where XL is equal to XC, that particular condition, that particular at a time, the frequency applied to this RLC network is defined as a resonant frequency. So let's try to find the equation of this resonance frequency where XL is equal to XC, and you know XL is equal to 2 pi FL and XC is equal to 1 by 2 pi Fc, where at this particular condition I consider this frequency as my resonant frequency, and if you convert this particular equation in terms of the resonant frequency, then Fr is equal to 1 by 2 pi under root L and C. That's called my resonant frequency. So you can check here all the terminology where I can find my next judging parameter as the quality factor, right? So at that particular resonant frequency, if I check the quality factor of circuit, by what way I can find the quality factor? So here the quality factor or Q factor is nothing but the voltage magnification during the resonance. So at resonant condition, at XL is equal to XC condition, what should be the magnification of voltage across inductor and capacitor? That factor I define as my quality factor. So it indicates as to how many times the potential difference across L or C is greater than the applied voltage during the resonance. So that is Q factor is nothing but the voltage magnification. So here we define here Q factor. Q factor is equal to VL divided by Vs, or you can also write Vc divided by Vs. So from this, if you uh, provide the equation of VL and Vs, like VL is equal to I into XL and Vs is equal to I into R, that is equal to XL divided by R. So you can see here that is equal to XL divided by R, where you put XL is equal to omega R into L divided by R, where omega R is equal to 2 pi Fr, right? So if you put the equation 2 pi Fr into L divided by R, and if you write here the, if you put here the value of Fr is equal to 1 by 2 pi under root L and C, so you can be able to find the Q factor, that is equal to 1 by R under root L and C. Now see, this particular equation will say something. So the quality factor of the series RLC circuit depends on the values of resistance, inductor and capacitor by this equation 1 by R into under root L by C, right? So as a circuit designer, you have to choose the proper values of R, L and C. You can find the proper quality factor, from you can design a series RLC circuit at a resonance. So that's what my ultimate condition. Once you check the graphical representation of series combination, where we are going to now find the relation of frequency with various parameters. Let's say my first parameter I define as the resistance. So here resistance is independent of frequency, right? So I can consider it's defined as a straight line. Why? Because here even the frequency is 0, or you are going to increase up to certain kilohertz megahertz, there is no change in the value of resistance. So I can say here resistance become constant. So see, this is a straight line with respect to frequency. See, if there is a change in a frequency but there is no change in a resistance, because resistance become constant at any level of frequency or any values of frequency. So that's what the resistance. My second parameter I define as a XL, which is called a inductive reactance, right? So here XL is equal to 2 pi FL, where I can say the XL is proportional to the frequency. So if I am going to increase the frequency, you can see the value of XL is also increases, and that relation is a linear relation. Now you can see from this graph where I define my x-axis as a frequency, where I can start the frequency from 0 Hz up to certain kilohertz to megahertz, and my y-axis defines this various parameters. Like one of the parameter we discussed is the resistance, second parameter is XL, which is linearly which has a linear relation with the frequency. You can see here, if the frequency increases, the value of XL is also increases, right? Now my third parameter is defined as a XC, which is called a reactance of capacitor, where Xc is equal to 1 by 2 pi Fc, where Xc is inversely proportional to the frequency. So here is, if there is a low frequency, the value of XL is high, and once you increase the frequency, the value of Xc is going to be decreases. It decreases. So you can see here from this, hence it's a part of the capacitor, so it's kind of hyperbolic curve. So here when there is a low level of frequency, the value of Xc is high, right? And this you can also consider in a fourth quadrant, where you can put as a minus xc, right? Since this is the first quadrant, so we have taken as a xc. Now next parameter we define as the impedance z. Now see here, from impedance z, that is equal to under root r square plus xl minus xc of whole square. Since this is a resonance condition, so xl is equal to xc, so your z is equal to r, but this z is equal to r at only resonant frequency. So from this frequency axis, I can, one point I can consider as my resonant frequency, where the value of z is equal to r, so that will touch the value of r here. So at this, you can see here the red dotted, you can see here the green dotted line is defined as my resonant frequency line, where it touches the graph of r, and that is defined as my impedance z. So at fr, at resonant frequency, z is equal to r, right? Same way here, if I talk about the current, where current I is equal to v by z, where value of v is constant, so I is inversely proportional to the impedance z. So you can see here the curve of z, exactly in opposite direction you will find the curve of current I, right? So you can consider here, if z is minimum for this RLC series circuit at resonance, then the current is maximum, right? Now next parameter, if you consider, say the power factor is unity at a resonance, right? Where, why? Because power factor is nothing but defined as a cos phi, and cos phi is equal to r by z, but at the resonance z is equal to r, so cos phi is equal to r by r, so that's what the unity term is. So I can consider here cos phi is equal to unity, but it follows, because cos phi is equal to r by z, so it is exactly in opposite direction, r by z, and r is remains constant, so cos phi is inversely proportional to the impedance z, right? So that curve is also the opposite curve of the impedance z, where you can define cos phi is equal to 1, it's a unity. Now see this particular graphical representation, where all the parameters we have taken with respect to frequency. You can take one more parameter that we define as a net reactance, right? We didn't show here, but you can consider the net reactance is nothing but x is equal to xl minus xc, or xc minus xl, as per the condition. If x is equal to xl minus xc, if xl greater than xc, and x is equal to xc minus xl if xc greater than xc, xc greater than xl, right? But here at the resonance, value of x is equal to 0, that means the value of net reactance is equal to 0, since xl is equal to xc. So there you will get one more line that defined as a net reactance, that is passing through resonant frequency fr in this diagram, right? So here you can see the various performance parameters or various operating parameters of series RLC AC circuit with respect to frequency, right? Thank you very much, student. If you have any doubt or any question, you can ask me all the question in a comment box. Thank you very much.